going to take you through Science Bellwork Week 13, Day 5. Again, this is the review video, so you guys can kind of check your responses, make corrections if need be. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. Part A wanted you to use the words in the word bank to complete the sentences. So number 1, the blank exerted by Earth keeps the moon in orbit around us. So we know that that is, dealing with gravity, and also that gravitational pull or gravitational force. So you see gravitational force right here, that first word or phrase right here would go for number 1. So you would put the gravitational force exerted by Earth keeps the moon in orbit around us. Okay. So number 2, an object's blank would be different on Mars than it would be on Jupiter. And remember we talked about this because gravitational force deals with mass, deals with distance. We've also talked about weight in there. We know that mass and weight are different because your mass does not change depending upon location, but your weight does. So weight would go right here for number 2. Okay. So number 2, an object's weight would be different on Mars than it would be on Jupiter. So then process of elimination, number 3 would be mass. A feather is bigger than a marble but has less mass. Right? Makes sense. Feather is larger but does not have as much matter in it made up as what a marble does. Okay, so a marble has more mass. All right, part B, we're just responding to questions 1 and 2 here. Number 1, what is the difference between mass and weight? So you can look back at your key terms to help you answer that, because you have had mass as a vocab word this week in Bellwork. You've also had weight this week as a vocab term for Bellwork as well. So we know that mass is the amount of matter in an object, and weight is measured by the pull of gravity on a given mass. So again, mass is the amount of matter in an object, and weight is measured by the pull of gravity on a given mass. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, why don't we notice the difference between mass and weight on Earth? Well, again, that kind of reinforces the concept that we've been going over all week in Science Bellwork. It has to do with gravity and that gravitational force. And it would be because the gravitational force is nearly the same everywhere on Earth, regardless of, where you travel to. But now, obviously, it's different if you were to go from Earth to the moon or Earth to another planet. But if we're talking about just that gravitational force on Earth, regardless of where you were to travel to, it would be nearly the same. Might differentiate a little bit, but not significantly. So for number 2, you would say because the gravitational force is nearly the same everywhere on Earth. And C wants to know, what are 2 factors that determine an object's gravitational force on another object? Well, we should know that one of those would be an object's mass, and the other one would be the distance between those objects. So an object's mass and then the distance between those objects. And that's your Bellwork for today. Again, while working, if you guys have any questions, make sure you reach out to me through Canvas, and I'll make sure to get back with you as quick as I can. Have a good one, guys. Bye.